Hello everyone. Today we are going to see how to transfer a data between two Thingworx instance using Thingworx Federation Subsystem. There is a subsystem called Federation, which is mainly used to transfer a data between two Thingworx instance. Yeah, you can transfer the property values, you can execute the service from there, from the master instance into the local instance, and also you can store a data in the master instance and then you can retrieve the instance remotely. So we are going to see how we are going to achieve this scenario with the Federation subsystem. The main usage of Federation subsystem is to offload the work on the server. For example, in your organization, you have different plans, and then you have different Thingworx instance for each plan. Okay, and then you have a master Thingworx in the sense like which has a high computer configuration, and then other things are something mid-range configuration, we can say like that. And you have some Kepler or any other data capture device from the shop floor machines, and you are capturing all the data into a Thingworx instance, and you want those it is highly loaded, right? Since it's a mid-range uh, instance, it might be highly loaded. If you want to offload the couple of works to the other system, you can use Federation subsystem to easily offload the inputs and outputs of the servers, and also processing things on the server to the other instance. So let's get into the demo. So here you can see, right, I have two different Thingworx. One is running on .105 IP, and then one is on what, .106, 196. Huh? Yeah, so it is same applicable for if you have a server on the cloud and then you publish that Thingworx instance to public network. So the same thing is applicable. So we can say this IP, which is 196, it is an server which is going to publish data to other servers, or say like other servers in the sense master server to 195. First thing we have to do is we need to configure our Federation subsystem. Yeah, first we need to configure our Federation subsystem. Just scroll down and then search for subsystem and then filter it by name, and then you can see it here. Yeah, Federation subsystem. So go to configuration. Here you need to give the server name and then server description. We can say this is, for example, it is in site B. Okay, I can say site, it's a site A, and just view site A, and then it is something like Chennai. We can say it as a Chennai. Okay, and save it. And yeah, so we have a server which is a site A, and then it is currently located in Chennai. Okay, so yep, and now we need to configure the master server. So I'll come here, and then this is our you can say big instance. I'll go to subsystem here, and then I'll search for Federation subsystem. Yes, here I'll come to configuration. Yeah, here I will give the server name as main server. Okay, and main server somewhere it is located in, you can say Chennai to Mumbai. Yeah. Chennai to Mumbai, it is located, we can assume that it is located in Mumbai. Okay, consider this as like Chennai server is a minimum configuration, and it doesn't have the capacity to do most high volume of processing. So we are going to offload this server activities to the other server. Okay, yeah, and also one more thing we need to do. So we are going to transfer data from Chennai to Mumbai server. So the site server Chennai should have an authorization to execute all the things on the server, main server. So here what we need to do is we need to create an application key. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, yeah, I already have a test application key with the administrator permission, which is highly not recommended for production instance. Since it's a demo, I'm using the administrator account, and then I have created a key. Okay, so I'm going to use this key. So I'll come to the site Chennai server, and then here I will give the, we need to configure the which server we are going to push the data. Okay, which is called as subscribers. So I'll click on add, and then here the logic server name should be our master server name, which we mentioned here. Just say it as a main server, and then we'll just copy the description too, and we will just put it as enable publishing, which will, if we enable it, it will push a data to that server. And here we need to mention the server URI. So here WSS means WebSocket secured or secured WebSocket or something like that. So since you can see I am not running anything on a secured line, so I'm just going to remove 1S from here, and I am just going to put the IP, which is 192.168.86.195, and then port number is 8080. Okay, and then password will be my application key. Yep, I'll just put it. And then here also by like by which user you are going to push a data to that instance. Okay, here also since demo I am just choosing as an administrator, but it is highly recommended to use a user management and then choose the particular user. Okay, and I will just add it and then I'll click save. Yep, done. We have configured our site server. So yeah, we have already configured our server. So let's go and try creating some entity here. Okay, so I'll create a thing. Okay, so I'll just name it as testing B or testing Chennai. Okay, and I'll give default project and then template. Okay, what I will do is instead of creating different multiple entities, I will create a stream here. Okay, with the properties of different, I will create properties and services, and then I will show you with all these things how we can transfer data and also service between two different instances. Okay, so here I will select the some data shape which I have created, which have only two fields in it. You can see like ID and count ID, some ID, and just a random fields. And yeah, once we have created our thing, what we have to do is we need to check this publish button, which means like we are publishing for data from this thing to the other subscribers, which is our main server. Okay, so we will come to our main server, and then here we will create a thing. Okay, remote Chennai thing. I'm just giving the random name, and I will try the default project. So which is a remote thing. So what we have to do is, and then there we have created a stream over here. So you can see here I have created a stream. So what we will do is we will create a remote stream here. I'll just write as a remote stream, and then I'll scroll down, and then I'll search for the data shape. I will select the same data shape which I have created there. Yes, so but here, yeah, the count is in string. I'll just change it to integer also here. Let's save it, and then yeah, I will select the shape, and I'll come here. There we published it, so here we need to select an identifier from where we are going to get the data. We'll just click on that identifier data, and then it will show which are the server being connected to this master server. I'll select that site A, and then I'll click OK, and I'll save it. So you can see it right now. It got connected to our remote instance. So now whatever data, for example, I'm coming to this server in site A, and then I'm adding some entries over here. I'll just add some data 1 or 22, 232, something like this, and then execute it. And I will add other entry, and which is IDs and primary key. I need to change the ID, and then I'll add some other one more entry. Yes, now you can see I have added two entries in this instance. Okay, you can see two IDs. So now if I want to retrieve those data from the Chennai server, I can just go to this remote thing, and then under services, and I will go to query stream entries with data. So just execute it, which will fetch a data from the remote instance. You can see it, right? So these are entries which are added there, and they directly gets to this server. Okay, so this is the one way of transferring data from there to here. This is like this is not offloading. We are just viewing the what are this data stored in this in Chennai server. Yeah, so in some way, like now you can see, right, the data is stored in Chennai server, but it is viewed in Mumbai server. But in case you want to store the data directly to the Mumbai server, what we have to do is you have to create a stream here, and then you have to publish the thing same like we did it. We did the configuration, and then you need to execute the service in the remote thing. Now I will show you how we can bind the properties from this thing to the Mumbai server, and also how we can execute the service from this thing to from there. Okay, so what I will do is I'll create some local or basic property here. For example, prop1 with as an integer and persistent value, and I will create one more property, prop2 persistence, done, which is a string. I'll just save it, and then I'll click here, and then I'll set some value to 25, and here to hello there. Yep, and yeah, we have set the property. Now I'll come to the remote thing. So what we can do is we can also read the property value from that Thingworx instance to here. For that, we have to click on this manage bindings, and then you can see it, right? The remote shows the what are the properties are available in the thing. We will just drag and drop it here. And the thing is, you can also change the name here. For example, you have the multiple sites, and then multiple sites have the same name as prop 1, prop 2. So you can just put it as this property is from Chennai. You can just, I will add some value next to the property actual value, and then I will just save it, and then which gets added here, and then I will save it. So if I get, okay, so it didn't get updated. The main thing is it will get updated whenever the property gets changed. So I'll just change it again here, 26, and just do, I'll just add some symbol. Now it will get updated here. Okay, which means like since it's a remote property, so basically it reads from server cache and then pushed based on value change. Means whenever the value gets changed, it will get pushed. We can also configure this always pushed in the sense it will always try to reach the value, something like that. Okay, so yeah, this how we can read a property from one instance to other instance, and how we are going to execute service. So other thing is we will just create some service. Okay, calculate value, and then I will add some input here, input 1 which is of integer, and then output will be same integer. Okay, and variable result equal to plus input 1. Okay, which is something, but we will put 1, and then it will add a one more 1, and then it will return as 2. Whatever number we are putting, it will increment, and then it will show you. So we have created service here. Now we can also execute that service from the remote thing. For that, we need to go to again service. Here you can see the browse for remote service. I'll search for the service which you have created. I will just drag and drop it. I will done, and then I will save it. Okay. So yeah, and then I have saved it, right? Now if I click, and then if I enter any number over here, let's say 23, if I execute, you can see it, right? The service from there, we can execute from here also. By using this type of thing, right, you can also specify where exactly you need to store a data. For example, you can here, right, you can create some script which need to be stored in a different DB or some other instance. You can just put it, and then you can execute from the remote instance itself. So this is the small trick how we can transfer a data between two Thingworx instance, and also how we can read a property from different instance into Thingworx with much easily using Federation Subsystem, and also how we can bind the remote services. Hope you guys like this video, and then it is very useful. If you guys have if you guys need more information, or if you have any doubt, please do comment, and then I'll try to reach out to you guys. And if you have doubt in any topics, please do it also in comment. I will try to create a video for that, and then I will upload it. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. See you on next video. Bye bye.